Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great area. So we are looking at applications, application of BDA in financial management. Applications of BDA in financial management, And of course, the first area where we shall be using this is in discounting. Discounting. All right. So under discounting, ladies and gentlemen, if, for example, you are given year, you are given 1, 2, 3, and then they give you cash flows. They give you cash flows. So here we have 10, 13. Here we have 18. And then they give us cork as 10%. And then number 2, they give us, ladies and gentlemen, number 2, they give us what now here? They give us the initial outlay. They give us the initial outlay as 20. And then we are required here to determine net present value. We are required to determine net present value. So then how shall we be able to determine this net present value? The way I would want us to do, remember, I'm the captain here, the captain of the ship. I'm the captain here. COC, by the way, stands for cost of capital. COC stands for cost of capital. Once you finish writing this example, first of all, before I tell you anything, could you kindly put thumbs up like this? Once you finish writing this in full, could you kindly put your thumbs up like this? Great. Thank you so much. Great. So here I'm the captain. I'm so sure there must be somebody who is telling us, Mwalimu, why don't you do this straight away in the computer? I have to remind you, yes. I have to remind you how to do this. That's what I'm doing now. So I'm the captain of the ship. So what I will do, I'll do it manually. Even yourself in your notes, first of all, do it manually. And then the same data, we shall enter the same data in Excel, and then we see how it works, right? So then what I will do, remember, we have got 2 types of cash flows. For purpose of reminding ourselves, how many types of cash flows do we have? We have 2. We have what we call irregular. That cash flow that keeps on doing what here? Fluctuating. So we have the irregular cash flow. Like these ones are irregular. You can see from year 1, 10, year 2, 13, year 3, 18. Figures are changing. And then now, ladies and gentlemen, we have what we call a regular, like where year 1 you get 10, year 2 you get 10, year 3 you get 10. Those are regular or annuities. Now, the most important thing you're supposed to know is that if cash flows are irregular, then we shall be using what we call PVIF. PVIF stands for present value interest factor. PVIF stands for present value interest factor. You must write it in full. To discount irregular, we shall be using PVIF. Present value interest factor. And if it's PVIF, as this man called administrator told us, PVIF formula is 1 plus R raised to negative N. This is how we get PVIF, present value interest factor, which is the discounting. 1 plus R raised to negative N, where R is the return, the required return, where R basically is the cost of capital. The cost of capital. So abracadabra, create a column here that we shall call PVIF. Create a column there that we shall call PVIF. Abracadabra, create a column we shall call PVIF there. So this PVIF then, it will be 1.1 raised to negative N. I'm so sure you guys haven't seen where I got 1.1 from. Sure, I haven't seen. Nobody has seen. It's only me. It's only me. It's only me. It's only me. Is there somebody who has been able to see where I got 1.1 from? Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. It is 1 plus the cost of capital. This one here. 1 plus. You see, 10% is the same as 0.1. 10% is the same as 0.1. So then this makes it 1.1 raised to negative N. So abracadabra, the first one will be 1.1 raised to negative 1. This will be 1.1 raised to negative 2, 1.1 raised to negative 3. So then could you kindly go ahead and give us answers? Go ahead and give us answers. So give us 1.1 raised to negative 1. What do we have? What do we have? 1.1 raised to negative 1. 1.1. Now we're getting 4 decimal places. We have from Patrick 0.9091. 0.9091, 4 decimal places. I don't think we are together with so many students. There must be some students that I have left behind. There must be some students that I've left behind. Unfortunately, I've left them behind. I've left them behind because I can't get. For now, don't use Excel to raise. Use your calculator because we must do these things manually. Actually, with the experience now, I've even come to know that the students who will tend to know a lot of Excel shortcuts don't perform very well in this paper. The students who perform very well in this paper at times are those students who are able to go to this exam and then they do things the mother tongue way. The mother tongue way, where you post figures like that. Yeah. So 7513. So we have here 7513. And then you go to year 3. So 1.1 raised to negative 3. 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 What figure are we getting there? 1.1 raised to negative 3. What figure are we getting there? Second is 8264, sorry. So this is here. This 8264 is there. Great. So remember that these are the present value interest factors that we normally use for discounting. As a finance scholar, I know the next thing will be for me to come and multiply those two. So as a finance scholar, I know I should multiply these two so that I can get some very important column called the discounted cash flows. A very important column called discounted cash flows. So discounted cash flows, we have here 10 times this, 10 times this, which will give me 9.091, isn't it? 9.091, 9.091, 9.091, 9.091. Tuko pamoja kweli? Tuko pamoja kweli? Sidhani kama tuko pamoja. Si wa feel kama tunaongeleshana vizuri. Great. Thank you so much. Then what is the second value? The second multiple. When you take 13, the cash flow, times the discounting figure, what are we getting here? The second value. According to Patrick, it is 10.74. Administrator, thank you so much. 10.74. And then I'll go to the third one. The third one, then we have here 18 times 0.7513. Yeah. Inakuja 13.52. And then come and give us the total present value. Please don't forget that this DCF stands for who? The DCF is the discounted cash flows. DCF stands for discounted cash flows. Discounted cash flows. And once cash flows are discounted, now we can come and add them together. We can add them together. So tukiziada according to Pato, 33.351. 33.351. So once you have gotten the total discounted cash flows or the total present value, then we need to come and say less what? We need to come and say less what? We need to come and say less something. Less something. We need to come and say less something. We less the initial outlay. So less initial outlay of 20 bob. Like that. So at the end of the day, we have our net present value, which is 13.351. So this is the net present value that we shall be able to now use to basically mention to the examiner that this project is viable. This project is viable. Now, between ourselves, do we have anybody who is able to do this net present? If I give you this, is there anybody who can be at a position of getting net present value directly using Excel? Anybody amongst ourselves here who is able to give us net present value? Like Patrick, yes. So then what I'll do, just for purposes of showing the other students what happens, I would want to you guys to share your screen with us. And then you show us exactly. You show us exactly how this NPV, yes, the inbuilt formula, yes. Like Patrick there, you can see Patrick there. Great. So we start afresh, Patrick. Great. Equals. You can see this guy started with equals. Then we are talking of NPV as a function. You can see the first argument tells you to pick the rate. He's picking the rate very well there, 10%. Comma. And then they want you to pick the values. So value 1, 2, 3. So you simply highlight all of them. And then, of course, in this case here, what shall you do? You close. And then now you come and pick the initial outlay and subtract automatically. You subtract automatically. It's coming for that should not scare you. Yeah. Go back there. Put it as a normal number. A normal number. Thank you so much. Are you able to see we are getting the same answer apart from rounding off errors? Are you able to see we are getting the same answers apart from rounding off errors? Which you can increase. Thank you very much. Yeah. Remember, Excel is even more accurate, isn't it? Excel is even more accurate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I would want somebody else to share their screen with us. Somebody else, especially these new students, without fearing anything, without fearing anybody. Just go there and write this year 1. Write. Year 1, 2, and 3. Year 1, 2, and 3. Do away with this. You don't want this. You don't want this. We just want you to write these key things there in their own boxes. So we have the years, 1, 2, 3. We have the cash flows. Don't forget to write. Like now when you say COC, don't say equals. You know, it's Excel now. Like you saw how Patrick was writing his. COC, and then 10% is on its own cell. Like initial outlay on its own cell. Initial outlay, 1 cell, 20 different cell, like that. Do we have anybody else who is willing to share their screen with us for purposes of showing our colleagues what is happening here? Anybody else in this case here who could share their screens? Remember, I love this subject because this is the only subject that I'll end up getting lots of money by doing out of nothing. Course students will be doing most of the things for me. Don't tell me it's only Patrick who is able to share their screen. The other students should also be able to share their screen with us. You should not fear anybody. Don't fear anybody. When you share a screen with us, that is the most important step. Because I'll be able to guide you from here. I will guide you. I will guide you. That's my work. I will guide you. Maybe Patrick, as they plan to share their screen again, is it possible you go ahead and share with us? Bernard. Thank you, Bernard. Great. So great. Thank you, Bernard. So in this case here, you can see, so Bernard, is it possible for you to remove, you remove the present values, column C. Column C. I want us to repeat column C, control minus. No, Bernard. Bernard, no. Bernard, remember what I taught you. Yes. Okay, so remove also that column C, the whole of it. Just remove the whole of it. Just highlight the whole, and then you say control minus. Control minus, yes. Great. So now we have the cash flows there. You haven't said equals. I'm able to identify a mistake very fast. Oh, okay. Thank you. Equals to start the functionality. And then NPV. Thank you so much, NPV. Yes, it's there. Then the rate, you pick the rate. It's being shown there. Comma, the values, you highlight the 3 of them. Great. You close brackets after you finish. Then you say minus the initial outlay, which is down there. Thank you so much, Bernard. I'm so happy. Then it's coming in form of percentage, no problem. It is about, just go to the home. Or even there, yes. There, no, you're okay there. Yes. Under that percentage, there is a drop down. And no, percentage there. Up audio. Number, yes. We want a number, not percentage. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now I'm waiting for another student again to share their screen. The one who has not even understood anything is the best place to share their screen with us. If you fear, you will be in problems. Don't fear anybody. Like I would want to see Catherine. I would want to see Carolina. I would want to see my friend Captain Sam, like JM. So like JM, before you start doing, I can see JM has the percentage very well. I can see JM has the initial outlay very well. So now go ahead and give us the functionality of NPV equals NPV. Repeat again. Sorry for that. Let's repeat again. How comes this Excel does not have NPV? Is it because it's an old, which Excel model is this? But I've never seen this because I believe it's at 2010. But you know, you're not supposed to open brackets, really. XNPV, I don't know. Oh, his perhaps, no, don't use XNPV. Sorry. Oh, his does not show the formula. Does not show the formula. I think that is quite, yes. So the rate, then the numbers. Yes, close brackets. Great. Thank you so much. No, they should really show the formula. I don't know why they're not showing formulas. Thank you so much, but I will have to find out why they're not showing formulas. If they're not showing formulas because they're very old, then you guys have to get this Excel, the 2021 Excel. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. And I can see, apart from JM, there is somebody who is on the queue. Great. So you can see this guy. Let's see what he'll do because he has organized them. Let's start again. Equals. The rate is 10%, comma. The values. I thought it would start with that -20. You would have gone very wrong because you can see in that formula, it is telling you NPV value 1, not value 0. Minus, again, if you say minus there for your case, you'll be wrong. Use plus because your initial outlay is taken as negative. Thank you so much. Enter now. Thank you. Now, can I get another student, ladies and gentlemen, who is able to share their screen very fast? Topic ingine. Marwa Paul. Marwa is quite a big name. Thank you, Marwa. You can see he's even going ahead to give a color code. Thank you. Great. Great. I'm not seeing ladies really here sharing their screens. Eileen, thanks. Thank you. Great. So already we have there, great. NPV, great. Oh, yes, the rate, 10%, comma. The value, remember it's starting from value 1. So after comma, I don't know what happened. You have to start again. Start again. You see the first one, Madam Eileen, the first one is rate. Start again. Usi panic, don't panic. This is your time to shine. Don't panic at all. Comma, pole tu. After that, now you start picking the values, those 3 values, ukoju, the cash flows. So you highlight kwenda chini mpaka 18. Great. Close bracket. Minus the initial outlay, which is 20 there. Enter. Great. It's coming in form of Kenya shillings. Highlight it first. First of all, highlight it. Go back there. Yes, and then now you can go to the currency. We don't want currency, we want a normal number. Just the number. Thank you so much. Great. So I can see someone else in this case who is sharing their screen. This should be the last one. This is who now? This is who now? Catherine, thank you. Equals NPV. You can see it's bringing the formula rate. The first one is the rate. The first one is the cost of capital, the rate. It's written there, comma. Value 1, now you highlight all of them, those 3. You close minus the initial outlay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now that marks the end of that particular exercise. Now I can see Faith's job is there. And if it was a man, I would have shut his screen very fast. But because it's a lady, we have to be tolerant. So now, Faith, we must give you a chance of showcasing. But the screen is coming to us in a very funny way, but we shall overcome. I don't know why. Equals, we shall overcome. Equals NPV. Yeah, NPV. NPV. Yes, it's there. Great. Not that one. Look at the formula. The formula wants you to pick the rate first. Rub that one very fast. You always follow the formula. Rate, yes. They want you to pick the rate there, yes. I hope you're able to see the formula, comma. And then now we have, after comma, yes, you pick the 3 cash flows. You pick the 3 cash flows. Oh, yes. Close bracket. Minus the 20 there. Enter. So please try to work on that. Get your cursor, your box there. Highlight that 13 answer. You highlight the answer. Put the box yes. So go back to those percent. It's not a percent, it's a number. Go back to your percentage up there. Don't delete. It's so that I can't see your screen, but there is a place written percentage. Yes, that one. You don't want percentage. You know, like where it's written percentage up there. There is a drop down. There's a drop down. Just press again. Yes, in that percent, not that one. Kuna mali imeandikwa jina percentage. Jina percentage. Si hapo. Hata hapo ni sawa, lakini normally imeandikwa jina percentage. Yes hapo, yes. Sasa finya number. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So then I'll be able to go to something different now. So please, Faith, ensure that you do some practice there. So I'll be able to, ladies and gentlemen, come here and show you something very nice. Example 2. So now assuming we have a great lady here, who gets married to this great guy called Jesus from Tongaren. Assuming he's a rich man, but that's not a rich man. He can't be Jesus. That is not a rich man. It's a very poor man. But assuming he was rich. And then now, in this case here, we are told here, for example, Jane is already called Jane here. Jane expects to receive Kenya shillings 10 million per annum for 20 years. That's a great promise for 20 years. And then we have the cork. Cork in this case here is 8%. Cork is 8%. It's an annuity. Thank you very much. This guy must be a very bright person. Cork is 8%. 8%. And then we are required here. We are required to determine the total present value. The total present value of Jane's cash flows. Of Jane's cash flows. Of Jane's cash flows. So the first thing we shall do is to handle it manually. Yes, thank you very much, Mbogwa. Mbogwa tells us we are doing this with the PVFA. COC is cost of capital. COC is cost of capital. COC is cost of capital. It is the rate. It is the rate of return. 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 So remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is 10 million, 10 million, 10 million. 10. So it is an annuity. This is an annuity. And if it's an annuity, ladies and gentlemen, then I will discount this being a regular, this being regular, this being regular, what we call annuity, discount it using PVFA. Discount it using PVFA. Discount it using PVFA. The person who taught me these things, I got very good background knowledge from this gentleman, right? He told me that the moment you know the formula of PVIF, the moment you know the formula of PVIF, then PVIFA becomes a walk in the park. PVIFA becomes a walk in the park. So PVIFA will be 1 minus the PVIF. One minus the PVIF formula. And then everything to be divided by R. Everything to be divided by R. Abracadabra, 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 abracadabra. PVIFA is 1 minus 1 plus R raised to negative N, and then everything to be divided by R. Everything to be divided by R. So like in this particular case, we know our R is 0.08. 0.08. So then this one here will be 1 minus 1 plus 0.08 raised to negative 20, because we are looking at 20 years. And it's 20 years. And then everything to be divided by R. Everything to be divided by 0.08. Everything to be divided by 0.08. So then, ladies and gentlemen, from there, what shall I do? This will be 1 minus 1.08 raised to negative 20 divided by 0.08, like that. So then could you kindly go ahead and give me the answer here? Could you kindly go ahead and give me the answer here? Is there somebody who knows how to raise? First of all, use your calculator. You can also see that Mwalimu here has a calculator. Mwalimu has a calculator. Mwalimu has a calculator. Mwalimu has a calculator. So according to Adhiambo, this is 9.82. 9.82. And therefore, the total present value, the total present value will be the 10 million this lady will be getting times PVIFA. Total present value will be the 10 million times PVIFA. 10 million times PVIFA. So it will be 10 million times PVIFA, which is 9.82 like that, which will end up giving us 98.2 million. That is the final answer. But of course, you guys being business data analytics students, I'll have to ask you, hey, do you know how this figure can be obtained using Excel directly? Because here we are not required to cram anybody's formula. We are supposed to know how do we apply these concepts of finance using Excel. Is there anybody by a show of a hand so that I can allow you guys to share a screen? Inbuilt formula, yes. Anybody who is able to know that inbuilt formula? Inbuilt formula, is there anybody who knows how to get this? How to get this? Nobody is yet putting up their hand. I don't know why. I don't know why nobody is yet putting up their hand. Nobody is putting up their hand to tell me that they know how to do it. So then no problem. No problem. Okay, I can see Patrick has put up his hand. But even if nobody was to put up your hands, then I would have simply asked anybody to share their screen, and then I would have guided you. So then I'll be able to allow Patrick here to share his screen. Actually, you have that permission, really. You already have the permission. You already have the permission. You already have the permission. Patrick is sharing his screen. So now here, Patrick, you can open a new, you can even go to a new sheet, Patrick, really. Remember, a workbook has got thousands and thousands of workbooks, really. Thousands and thousands of workbooks. Thank you so much. So now put your figures there, like you can see cash flow per annum. You go to another cell, you say 10. Cash flow per annum, just like that, 10. That's okay. Great. Then you put down there the cost of capital, the COC. The COC is 8%. 8%. And then now you should be able to use the PV functionality. You can say total PV. Total PV. Let's see. Just, I would want to even keep quiet so they can use your own creativity. You can use your own creativity equals. So yes, wait there, 1 minute. No, go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit, just a little bit. Say equals PV and then you stop. Equals PV. PV. I like his Excel because it gives him, you're going to see here, returns the present value of an investment, the total amount that a series of future payments, a series means what? Annuities of future payments is worth now. So in this case here equals, so now we can continue present value, now tab onto that, you can double click. So the rate first, right, comma, number of periods, you forgot that, but you can type down. You can type down number of periods 20, but you should have put it in a cell for purpose of flexibility. So 20, you're right. And then comma. Great. So in this case here, what figure should he put there? The payment. PMT is the payment. The payment. So in this case, you can go ahead and capture that payment as the 10. No. Just put 10 there. Just click. No. You click. You already have the cash flow, my brother, up there. 10. So this answer will come. Don't continue because, thank you very much, but don't continue because you can see the other metrics are in brackets. Metrics in this case here, which are in brackets, really are not very, very important for us. Just in this case here, rub that comma, you close the bracket, and that is it. Although you get your answer as a negative. Okay, end of period. Okay, you'll get your answer as what here? As negative. Why? Because you saw, if you can go back again, my brother, and say equals PV. Say equals PV. Equals PV, we start again. Equals PV, I want us to start again. I want students to see equals PV. Returns the present value of an investment, the total amount of a series of future payments. But you see, this lady is not going to be paying. It's a cash inflow. It's a cash inflow. Now, after you get that negative, then you should be able to know it's a present value of a payment. But because it's a receivable, then I need to, in this case here, but take that value to positive. Now you can go ahead and do the whole of it. You can go ahead and do the whole of it. Is it possible? Is it possible you write present value or other number of periods here? Number of periods. Is it possible you write number of periods 20 in a separate cell? In a yes, number of years, number of years, number of years, number of years, number of periods, yes, 20. Great. So now we move slowly. We move slowly equals PV. Aha. Double click. Rate is 8%, I mean. 8%, comma. Number of periods already we have them up there 20, comma. Payment, put there 10. In close brackets there. Don't want you to put 00. Close brackets there. Close brackets there. Great. And because now we have been made to understand that these are payment, then what a good student like Patrick will do, Patrick, go back a little bit. What Patrick will do there in the formula, just go up there. Yes, please go to the formula bar and put a minus after equals. Thank you very much. Put a minus there. Enter now. So you get in this case here 98.18. I'll be showing you how to change those dollars like that. Great. So administrator, are you able to share your screen? Are you able to share your screen? Are you able to share your screen? Administrator, like student wanasema kwamba waelewi, you're the best. You just share your screen. You just share your screen. Just share your screen. Tabi has already shared, which is still good. So let's see what Tabi has. So Tabi, let's do it together. PV is the one for annuities. Thank you. Double click there. The rate is 8%, comma. Number of periods are how many? 20, comma. Payment, we have that. Yes, and because, great. I'm supposed to cancel that negative basically. How do I cancel it? I'll put a minus after equals. Thank you very much, Tabi. And Tabi, I suppose this is Tabi from the UK. You passed and you have not sent to me sterling pounds. We can discuss about that after this class. All right. Thank you so much. Great. So now I'm waiting for some other students like administrator to share the screen. The best way of you understanding this thing is to share your screen. Just share your screen. Just share your screen. Share your screen, kindly share your screen. Especially if you don't understand at all, trust you me, you are the best place to share your screen so they can discuss this thing once and for all. We should meet tabulator. You owe this mwalimu, sterling pounds. So administrator, great. Okay, so let's get to business. Let's get to business. Equals PV. Great. So it's guiding you rate is 8%, comma. Number of NPR is number of periods. Great, comma. Number of periods is 20, comma. And then the payment. Actually, that payment, you can even capture it as negative 10. Because you see when they call it a payment, and it is a receivable, you can even go ahead, even inside there, you say negative K9, like into to a close bracket. Close bracket, say enter. Haya, tuende nyuma hapo, cancel your negative, tuone, rudi hapo. Cancel your negative, tuone. Ute cancel namna gani? Kuna, si hata hapo. Si hapo. Rudi hapo kwa 98.18. Hapo, finya F2, yes. So hapo equals, hapo, weka negative mbele, after equals, yes. Great. Thank you so much. That is it. Now from our next class, I'll now be able to do a past paper question involving this net present value exercise now in detail from our past papers. And of course, I'll be able to do what here to pick a few areas from our theory. Otherwise, it has been a pleasure hosting you tonight. Is there anybody who is attending my class for the very first time? That is the very first time this model is teaching you in your lifetime. Anybody who has attended this class for their very first time? Okay, Sharon. You guys are, okay. It means I'm not a very good marketer. Since CPA1. Since CPA1. It's your first time. So it's my hope that you guys at least have gotten to enjoy, however small, right? And I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to join us so they can be able to fight this great war. It's not a tough war, it's a great war called BDA together. Classes zetu ni tatu in a week. We have classes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 to 10. All of them is 8 to 10. And then we have great students around here who normally volunteer to help other students. And what the students normally do, and that is why we got so many students last time, even though some of them were really caught up, but a good number of them, really. We had more than 200 students of BDA last semester. This time around, I'm looking at getting 300. Now, the secret towards, despite, of course, in the entire country, so many guys having failed, we were able to get some head start simply because after we finish doing this as teachers, then there are students, in this case, like this guy, famous guy called 𝐶𝐶𝐵𝐸. This guy will be able to invite you guys to separate practice sessions where basically you practice as students. And they normally make students here wake up at 4 a.m. And because it's only one paper you're doing every day, it's not like those days we're doing AFR. No, one paper you're doing every day. You're practicing with your teachers, you're learning with your teachers and practicing with some other great students like 𝐶𝐵𝐸 outside there. Then we shall be able to pass. So I'll be able to introduce 𝐶𝐵𝐸 to you guys very soon after you've made some strides so that you can start waking up at 4 a.m. Remember, we take pride, we pride with what here? That our students tend to do so much, actually by themselves. Like the students who are with me in my AFM class. You guys passed, not because of me, it's because of your efforts. I only gave you guys a great environment. You are waking up and you would want to start waking up this time around much earlier. I know there are students in this case here who do not like waking up, but BDA I don't think you have a choice. I don't think you have a choice. You have to get to that platform where you get to do what you have to practice. Our fees is Kenya shillings 8,000. Our fees for BDA is Kenya shillings 8,000. Kenya shillings 8,000. These are our fees for BDA. Our pay bill, very important, is 62,42,839. Account number, you simply write there BDA. You can pay this amount in 2 installments if you wish. After you pay, please send your number, or rather your payment message, to 0719 525,000. 0719 525,000. 0719 525,000. So three days a week, yes. We shall overcome. Don't worry, Patrick, really. This is your time to shine. 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 It's all about doing this. And this time round, I will be making more of what here? The board. I'll be making more of the board, and you guys will be making a lot of Excel. We'll be making use of Excel as I use the board, because things like, for example, consolidation, I'll be doing them on the board. Whenever you have an issue, then I can jump in and do it in Excel. I've realized this thing is not even about Excel. We'll not be around here, for example, teaching you guys like, how do you do these pivots, etc. No, we want to change tactic. Fortunately, right now, CIFA has been able to constitute a panel of examiners. I'm not in the panel, but at least now we shall be able to guide them, because they were setting this paper in a very unstructured way. What we would want them to be doing, the paper can be hard. We're not fearing hard papers. We like hard papers, but we would want a paper that is structured. When I go to a financial reporting paper, regardless of how hard it is, I expect to get this and this and this and this well within the syllabus. That is a structure we also want BDA to have. It should be a structured paper. So I think now moving forward, not unless you're another one, moving forward, really passing will be an easy thing in this paper. But there is work to be done. There is work to be done. So please, today I've gotten so many calls from students from various colleges. Bring all those students around here. We do this BDA together. This is the way to go. We have a solution for you people. So I'm looking forward to you guys marketing this platform. As we've said, this time around BDA, we must hit how many students? 300. I'll be so happy we can hit 300. Thank you very much. Good night. Bye-bye. Be blessed.